Red Bull. They had to try and outplay Red Bull with one car, which is extremely hard because Red Bull has got choices. Too bad. Yeah. That that radio message is like you can hear them annoyed at him. Wow. Yeah, Norris has got 2 seconds on Bottas now. They must love this straight. They just get to sit on at full throttle for so long. I just don't. Mercedes don't have any options right now. Unfortunately for Mercedes, it's all on Hamilton being able to get any positions because they. I just don't know what else they can do. They need him to do it, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. The Red Bull's too fast in the first and second sector, mainly the second sector, and so they're too far away by the time it's DRS zone on the main straight. Oh, that shot there with the photographer on top of the building, just for some reason reminded me of Valencia when there was a swimming pool right above the track. It looks so cool. Oh, oh! What has Stroll done? That's on the main straight. What has he possibly done? And he was the one that needed the safety car. He's the one that needed the safety car, and he got the safety car he needed. It's right across pit entry. Oh, wow. He hasn't moved. Is he okay? No, yeah, exactly. Is he okay? He's moving. He's safe. He's moving. He's taking his steering off. I'm sure he's just shocked, but he is moving. Oh, his tire went. Ooh. If that's what's happened and his tires have gone at 30, that everyone's going to have to pit again. I want to see what happened. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it was one of his back. Yeah, it must have been one of his back tires that went. Might have been that back left one. I think it was his back left one, because if you look at his back left, it's off the rim before, and it hadn't even hit anything yet. It's off the rim. Did they have a back shot on that? Yeah, that sucks. He was driving well. The Aston Martins have actually raced really well this race. I think they've gone very well. That was unfortunate. But that is showing that maybe the hard tyres won't last as long as people think they will. Yeah, that's... Oh, Dad came and asked if he was okay. Well, I don't know, because it possibly, if it didn't block the pits, I think it could have been. But because I think he needed a pit stop. I think he needed a pit stop to throw on a different set of tires or a new set of tires. But because he blocked the pits, yeah, I don't think there's. I don't think it's going to help him in any way. Wow, a bit of I think it might have been the front wing went up into the trees. Yeah, this will probably be a long one. I know, you know what? If that landed actually and stayed in the tree, which I think it actually might have been, I think I could see it. You can see a little black thing up. I actually think it is in the tree. Someone is going to come there. Someone in the public is going to come there, climb a tree, and get a bit of an Aston Martin. This has given Bottas a chance. This has given Bottas a chance to. If he can get a good start and get Norris on this, it's giving him an actual chance. But he needs to capitalize on it. But this will definitely mean. I mean, Hamilton's going to push straight away after this. He's pulled up. The tires have been saved a bit. I wonder if anyone's going to try and. You can't pit now though. Yeah, the problem is now because everyone's bunched up, you can't pit because you'll beat the back of the line. So the only time you really get to pit at a safety car is as it comes out before everyone gets bunched up. Yeah, he needs to push. I mean, Mercedes need to push off this and capitalize on the bunch up. It's going to be tough, but it's their only real chance. Race control. Pit lane entry open. I can't see many people taking advantage of this now. That's, I mean, not a bad idea. Alonso putting on the softs. Geez, a bunch pitted. But all the lower down ones. So they're got to be getting close to. Oh, yeah. All right, safety car ending. Yeah, Bottas really needs to capitalize on this. This has helped him more than anyone. He needs to capitalize. Oh yeah, that's not on. It'd be almost like Red Bull's going, could you let us go so we can connect it direct through to Perez? I'm going now, so they both go and leave Hamilton behind. Hamilton needs to be ready to accelerate. He can't be turning. Oh, oh, Gasly's running. Oh wow, Vettel, nice move, Vettel. Oh, 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 she's that lockup. Hamilton might be able. Well, he won't have DRS on the main straight. So if Perez can get away a bit. Hamilton won't have DRS, but he needs to stay close. This is the mid sector now where where Perez needs to make some space. There's a lot of shit going on right now, QR. Perez has pulled a second on Hamilton right there. Wait, what? What happened to Bottas? He's in 13th. Come on, I want to see Vettel go well. He's going to get it on Vettel. Go, Vettel. Nice, Vettel. God, if Vettel attacks Hamilton, holy shit. What happened to Bottas? They pitted Bottas? Did they seriously pit Bottas? I missed that, and if they did, that is an absolute blunder. Yeah, Charles has really screwed his tyres there. I will say, like, it really started to show last year, and I think the year before, but definitely last year, that Mercedes are getting clumsy. Is probably the best way to describe it. They're making bad calls, not the drivers. It's the calls, the strategies they're making, and just things they're doing that they weren't doing 5 years ago. I don't know why the hell you would have pitted Bottas there. I mean, but if they pitted him, they didn't. No, they can't have pitted him. He's got 25 laps on those tyres. He can't have been in the pits. Because if he did pit, they've literally put on another set of hards that were used as much as the ones they took off. Was he in the pits? I want to see what happened to him. Yeah. That's what the commentator said. Oh, okay. So there was literally no point in pitting him except he would lose positions. And they went and did that. What a bunch. I just don't understand. And Alonso's right up Ricardo's ass. So Alonso's probably going to get Ricardo here. Come on, Perez. So this is the sector that Hamilton can't keep up with the Red Bulls. What the? Giovinazzi just passed Bottas? Ooh. Yeah, Vettel just took half a second off Hamilton. $11 laps to go. So it might have been just a dodgy back one. Interesting. So debris or a random fault in the tire, but it doesn't look like a. I think Toto Wolff's going to be fuming. Vettel is still going faster than Hamilton. Only just, but he is. I think it's going to be an awesome finish as well, mate. I agree. I think Vettel's my driver of the day. I think he's driven awesomely. He was holding the front for ages on old tyres, on soft tyres, and he's pushing. He's 7 spots up. Trying to see something here. Go back to bed, pitch. God, pitch, go back to bed. That's Vettel going. Vettel is lapping about the same speed as Hamilton, a touch slower now. But yeah, I still think Vettel should get driver of the day. Tsunoda's done really well as well, actually. For, as they're saying, his first time at the racetrack, he hasn't screwed up. Could they get him driver of the day? Probably not. But he definitely hasn't screwed up. And he swears like a pirate, and that's why we like him. God. Russell is just a touch slower than Bottas. I'm sorry, QR, but Bottas has almost driven himself out of the Mercedes team this race. '44 at 51 laps. I didn't know about that. And the McLaren owners passed away. If Verstappen has fastest lap, oh, excuse me. I really want Perez to keep that second place. Oh, the terrible crap, useless tie performance graph, where they fling shit at the wall and see what sticks. I know, Killer. It is so useless. It doesn't. How the hell is there a green tire still with 34 laps in? Oh dear. It's the most useless tire graph. What? Did his tire go? What? Did his tire? If his tires went, there's going to be a lot of pit stops. His tire went. Tire went. There's going to be a massive pit stop. They can't last. Or will they try and run it? The same tire. The same tire. Yeah. It's the left rear again. Same tire that went on Stroll. So there's 4 laps left. Are people going to try and... Yeah, I think it will as well. I think it will, because they'll have to take it through the pit lane. I think this race is going to finish. Oh, poor Christian Horner. Yeah, where Lewis finished the race with 3 tires. Yeah, you hear it. You hear the thunk, and then he loses it. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing he's safe. I mean, these cars are so strong. That's basically the second accident that's happened like that this race. Stroll had the same thing happen earlier. That's almost exactly the lap distance on Stroll's tyre. Yeah, exactly, Pitch. And that straight is I believe the fastest straight on the calendar. I don't think so. I actually think the race will finish under the safety car, which means Hamilton won't get a chance. Because it's on the pit straight, they have to get something to it. Possibly, because he's already had a chance to do that pitch at the previous safety car and it didn't work. I wouldn't say he will do it, but it's definitely a chance. Because it was tight. It was definitely tight. Red flag. They're stopping the race. So, oh my god. Doesn't mean the race is over. This possibly means that it's going to be a start. It's going to be a restart for the last 2 laps. It's going to be an absolute 2-lap flying race, 2-lap finish to this race. Everyone with fresh tyres. I think this is what's going to happen here. They're going to red it. It'll be a race restart for 2 laps. 3 laps to go. And then this could be a real interesting finish. Under investigation, Nicholas Latifi. What for? Not using pit lane. They are allowed to put on fresh tyres on a red flag. Yeah, Max did deserve that win. He had a good exactly. And he totally controlled this whole race. Yeah, it was. He controlled the whole race. Like he'd overtaked in the first few laps to get to first position and then totally controlled it. He deserved the win. Vettel in third. Holy shit. Yeah, so everyone can change that. So what comes up to now is what are people going to run? It's only 2 laps or 3 laps. But the only fresh tyre that Mercedes has is the hard tyre. So they'd have to run a worn soft or medium. Red Bull have fresh mediums. I don't know what everyone else has, but it's just because they were talking about it earlier. I tell you what, Baku always throws up these races. This race is always just random shit happens in it all the time. Yeah, so Marco's going, what went wrong? And he's going, it's not our fault. Come on, Perez. I'd love to see Perez get this win. They'd controlled this so well. Red Bull had run the perfect race. They deserve the 1-2. Well, the rule is now that I believe it's supposed to be a standing start now, QR. So if they do let the cars go back on the track, it'll be starting from the grid. It'll be a standing start from the grid. So it won't be a safety car finish. I do believe that's the ruling now. I do believe the only time they go out after a red flag behind a safety car is if it's heavy rain. Oh, they're terrible crashes. I mean, they're going at full speed. This is some of the fastest speeds the cars get to. And a tyre goes. So that was from Red Bull. The Red Bull said to the FIA that they got no warning of the tyre failure. For safety reasons, throw a red flag so people can change the tyres for safety. Well, the problem is, I actually think it's not really a political bullshit thing. I think it's a safety thing. It's a thing they're saying, people tyres went. Red flag was not going to get them the win. I think it was, possibly get them the win because Hamilton was right on their ass. But I still think it's a safety thing. They're going, we had nothing, tyre went, we can't have that happen again. I don't think that's actually a political, I think that's a safety thing. And I think you listen to the teams, when someone gets hurt, they're worried about it. Safety is strong with these teams across all the teams. Exactly. If they red flag this and everyone changed their tyres, there's not a chance of even the last few laps another person's tyres going. And especially since they're so close to each other on a restart, because there was the safety car, if one went, it'd be so hard for the cars behind because they're following so closely to get away from it. Because as soon as that safety car's out, they're concertinaing. And if they really wanted to win, and get the win. They said don't red flag it because the safety car would have just gone around 3 more times and they would have had the win without even trying. I If they did that out of strategy and to try to win, that was a bad call. They wouldn't have. They've actually possibly thrown it away by letting people put on fresh tires. And I think they would have known that as well. They would have said the safety car sitting it's on pit straight, the safety car will go through, will win. And apparently they are restarting. So Hamilton's front wing had a big gash out of it. Why are they going into Hamilton's car there? That's a bad call. Yeah, that was a bad call by Williams. That's bad communication. I want to know why they were going into Hamilton's engine there, the engine cover. Look at that. Pirelli's put bags over the tires. That's a Pirelli thing. Yep, Pirelli's put them on. It looks like the wall's gone on it. But was that... Oh, look, yeah, the sidewall's come off on it. You can see through it. I wonder if that's where it's happened. The sidewall is broken and then ripped it. Interesting. Shit, all of them will get penalised. They won't. They won't penalise all of them. Michael Massey and Aussie telling them where to stick it. Hmm. That is really good to hear that kind of communication to the FIA. To race control. The first time I saw it was, which race was it? About 2 or 3 races ago. When Toto was speaking to the FIA, and I can't remember what it was about, but Toto spoke to the FIA about something. I can't remember what it was, but that was the first time it was shown. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was. I remember Toto speaking to them for some reason. I can't remember what it was. Um, I can't remember what race it was. It was a few races ago. But yeah, it's something new that they don't use very often. They don't show very often. But I think this is the type of thing it's perfect to show for. Yeah, no, it'll be good to look. Already looking forward to next season's Drive to Survive. And how does Bottas in 14th? I thought he was in 13th. I mean, he's behind Latifi. Latifi's going to get penalised, so it doesn't really matter. But maybe that's what happened. Latifi went around the pit, and that's just why he came. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're checking the main straight for debris. Where is Martin this weekend? Is he not well? 14 minutes till race. If it's a tyre failure, nothing will change other than the fact that Pirelli need to go back, and there'll probably be a directive from the FIA to understand what went wrong, and they need to make better decisions on the tyres that they will be taking to new races. No, nothing will change that ways. It's just the luck of the draw that he got affected by it. Nothing will change. The only way that Max would have kept first place is if on this red flag they chose not to restart the race, and then there's a count back to, I believe it's like 2 laps before the stop, and they give those positions. It's the only way Max would have got first. It does really suck that a failure of the tires like this has really affected the race so heavily. Yeah, it is. You can see the sun's starting to get a little low, but they only need around about probably 8 minutes to finish this race. I think it'll be really. What's going to be really interesting to see the tires that people put on. Come on, Perez, take this home. Michael Massey. Oh, looking forward to seeing what tyres are on these cars. Why are they moving? I want to know what they seem to. Oh, they're moving Mazepan up to the front. Mazepan up to the front, so he could go around and unlap himself. Okay, that's why they're moving that the Haas up there. This is Stroll going. Yeah, you hear it go thunk. Hear the tyre go. All right, it will be a standing start. So this is Prez has everything to lose here. He needs a great start. God, I want to know the tyres they're going to be on. The tyres are the most important thing right now. Yeah, I mean, that's right. They do have a delta. So if they're following their deltas, and Massey thinks the deltas are too fast, then the deltas need to change. Does that mean he's not going to risk too much here? Yeah, I mean, Vettel could have an interesting start here. Brand new set of softs on Vettel's car. I want to see what tyres these guys have. Here we go, part two. A very, very quick part two. Very short part two. So that's a used set on Bottas. Used set of. Show us the front cars. There's only a few shiny tyres out there. Well, it doesn't matter if he gets fastest lap. He needs to make three positions up at that same time. Because if he's not in the top 10, they don't get a point for it. So everyone's gone soft. Only some of them are new, though. Can they show the laps used on these sets of tyres before we start? That would be awesome. Vettel looks like he will get pole. Pole, drive of the day. Definitely, I think the best choice. You love how that lady had a joint in her hand. Alrighty, I'd like to see Vettel get this third at least. So where's pole? Is it on the left or right? It's on the left. No, it's on the right. Pole position's on the right. It's on the racing line. But that means Hamilton might be able to dive down the middle if he gets a really good start. I'm happy for Vettel as well. So pole is on the right. Hamilton will be on the left. If Hamilton gets a really good start and Perez gets a terrible start, Hamilton can dive down the inside. He'll have the line to dive down the inside. The safety car's a freaking bookie. I feel sorry for Burt Mylander, the driver, because he's booking it constantly, and the F1 cars are just like lazily driving behind him. Are they just going to pit Latifi? Yeah, there's no point, really. Alrighty. Oh, Russell's pitting. Come on. Perez had a bit of wheel spin. Perez had wheel spin. Oh, and Hamilton's gone long. Oh my god. He did try and dive down the middle and screwed it. Oh wow, that was crazy. Did his brakes fail? He's gone hard with, so Perez had a terrible start. There was wheel spin on Perez's car. So he had a terrible start. So Perez came across to try and cover him. He was already alongside Hamilton. Hamilton saw the race win and he broke too late. He locked up his tires and just ran long. He missed his braking line. He had the control of that race and he threw it away. Yep. Driver error. It's absolute driver error. He saw the race win and he went too hard at it. He should have played it. He was side by side. Perez would have had to given up the position. He didn't need to go in at the strength that he went in. That was driver error. Oh, is Pierre Gasly's coming back at him? Come on, Ricardo. You're right on his ass. Come on, Ricardo. Nick one of these spots. Come on, Dan. Come on, Dan. Oh, that's Norris, not Ricardo. Go Norris. Here they come around. And he gets a race win. Go Perez. Perez, Vettel, Gasly, Leclerc, Norris. After Norris, Alonso, Sonata, Sainz, Ricardo, Raikkonen. That's a very happy Aston Martin team. They did really well today. He absolutely threw. He knows he screwed that. Why do you have to stop the car? What happened to what happened to the car? Yeah, very good job, Checo. I really want to see this interview on podium. I think it's going to be a very, very happy podium. Oh, the Honda guy. I love that Honda guy. I can't remember his name, but he's awesome. Well, yes, but Perez won the race as well. So you can't really say that there wasn't a bad choice taking Perez. So Max gets the fastest lap, but he won't get the point, I don't think. I love the Honda team. They're so cool. Baku always throws up the most random shit of a race. Good work, Ashton Martin, as well. I'm glad that's really good for the team. Damn, that was it. That was an interesting race. It wasn't bad at all. Like, I remember the first Baku race was terribly boring. Like, it was so boring. Everyone went, see, it was going to be a boring race. And then every race since then, just the most random shit happens during. Good. That's a very happy Perez. I'm so happy for Perez. So happy for Perez. Oh, he had something on. So he so he knocked something on at the start there. Interesting. So it's maybe not totally driver. Well, it is driver error, but not the same as just him stuffing it up. NK, how you doing? Ah, TFL, yeah, NK. It was a weird race. Just watching these interviews in the podium, and then I'm gonna call it for the night. When's the next race? That's all good. All good, mate. You're not feeling well. I hope you're feeling better, man. Have a good day. Have a good sleep. That's what I'll be doing. So it's a 2-week break. I definitely will, Anchor. I definitely will. No problem, QR. Thank you for coming and hanging out as always, buddy. Glad you enjoyed the race. Looking forward to 2 weeks' time in France. Have a good day, buddy. Yeah, awesome race. All right, I might set up a raid while there's people here. Let's see where we're going to go. Oh, that finally started working. Cool. I'll send you guys over to Lani. Usual place I'll send you guys after the race. Exactly, a home race for him. That'll be awesome. Start raid. Alrighty, please say hi to Lani when you get there. The Billabong has arrived. Thank you for everyone who came and hung out. That was awesome fun. I'll catch you guys soon.